Hey y'all, hey, it's me again. Look, I know that I sound like I'm whispering. That's because I'm in the bed. Okay, take two of doing this. I recorded this thing, and I guess because I had my phone, the mic in my hand, it was doing all this like squirmy stuff. And a piece of me was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. But it sounds horrible, and I wasn't about to do that to y'all. But yeah, I'm in the bed. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot. I recorded with some friends last week, and I kind of forgot to record the intro and stuff. But it is what it is. It's been really busy with work. If you do anything with the government, you know that the government fiscal year end is the last day of September. And so everybody's trying to spend money, do whatever, and a lot of commercial companies actually line up with the government fiscal year end. So yeah, it's just been so busy. And then with I'm also catering a church conference as well as providing food for a big DC event on Saturday. So y'all, I'm about to be tired, but I will sleep later. It's okay. What else I want to talk about? I feel like the first take, I had so much more information, and I done forgot, but whatever. It'll be okay. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the conversation that I had with Justin and Roxy. We cut up a little bit in the conversation, but it was fun to have, even though we didn't get to hit on everything. And I wish that we could have gotten more in depth, which I don't even remember why we did. I think we hit a lot of points on there. But I hope you guys enjoy the conversation that we had, and I hope that it's not muffled or anything, because I have not listened to it, and guess what? It's going to be okay. Like, it's all right. But yeah, I met Justin and Roxy at my previous church. I remember when I first saw Justin, he is like this tall, black, lanky dude, and it just reminded me of my son when he gets older. And so every time I see Justin, I see a little piece of Caleb, and that's, it's just so funny to me because Justin is so silly, and I think that's why he reminds me of like an adult Caleb, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, a little crazy, so I hope Caleb not a little crazy, but as far as like his walk with the Lord, I admire that in Justin, that he uses talent for the Lord. And I hope that if there's any part of Caleb that could mimic that, that Caleb would be like that in that sense, that he loves the Lord, that he would use his talent, to glorify him. And Roxy, she is my beautiful single chocolate Jamaican princess whom I love so much, and she gets on my last nerve, but I love her. She's like my little sister that I didn't ask for because I already got 2 of them joints, but she get on my nerves just like the other ones. I love her dearly. I love that she is authentic. She got issues, I'm not gonna lie, because that girl get on my nerves. But I love that she loves the Lord, and that she y'all, one day we're going to have to talk about Roxy's testimony, because y'all, this girl was crazy. But to know who she was, which I don't know. I do not know Roxy from back in the day, but I have seen pictures. And remember when we talked about how Facebook memories will humble you? Yeah. Like, I know that she has gone through so much, but to see like the process, like even the process of me meeting her 2 or 3 years ago, how she was and how she is now, to see what God is doing in her life. I'm happy to see it, and I'm thankful to God for her. But I hope you guys enjoy the episode. I hope you guys I hope you guys laugh a little bit of what we're talking about. It was necessary to talk about, and maybe we'll hit on it again. But yeah, you guys enjoy. And I'm probably going to have to re-record the outro if it's just as squeaky as the first one. But yeah, enjoy. Bye-bye. If I can open my phone.
Okay,
y'all. I got Roxy and Justin here with me. You're so annoying. Listen, I'm not even going to say
Saints are here.
Yes.
Justin's quiet.
Some sangria. I don't know why she's so giggly. Okay, so we're about to discuss this post that we saw on Facebook.
I don't have Facebook. Somebody hacked my Facebook, so.
Okay. Well, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it and then.
Fresh off the press for me.
Fresh off the press.
I'm going to read it and then we'll discuss it. It says, I wouldn't sit in any church congregation that's urging me to wait till marriage to have sex, but also ain't actively helping me meet men and get married. You were not designed to be 35 plus and dealing with your sexual needs not being met. Hashtag date with sense.
It's a hashtag for me.
It's a lot of flesh for me.
What? It's dealing with your sexual needs not being met for me.
I mean,
it's blaming the church for me for your flesh stinking.
It's a real thing for me. Like that, it's for real. But
can you repeat the first sentence?
It says
that's where the math was wrong.
I wouldn't sit in any church congregation that's urging me to wait till marriage to have sex. That part is like
that's in the Bible.
That's biblical.
Yeah.
But I do understand the ... but also ain't actively helping me meet men and get married.
That's not the church job.
It's not. But if you think about it, a lot of churches do have singles ministry.
Of course.
So, okay, I was talking to a girlfriend before I talked to you guys. And she said a lot of times when you are in singles ministry, all they do teach you to do is to be content while you wait, versus preparing you for that, or like encouraging men to approach women, or encouraging women to, you know,
be open,
or be open with, because the whole sexual need thing, I know we don't want to talk about it, that part is a real thing. Your body don't turn off. Every 4 weeks we be going through something and be like, bruh, so
LOL.
Yes, so it's a real thing. So I do not agree, but I also don't disagree with the statement. Like the whole sitting in a congregation. I mean, not all churches even have singles ministries. So.
I don't know. I feel like this seems like the main thing for this person is to find a spouse in the church. And if that's the main reason, I feel like that's a problem, you know. But I do kind of agree, because like I feel like the church isn't doing well as it regards to meeting guys and like teaching men how to approach women, how to pursue women. I don't know. I feel like, I just feel like if that's the main thing, it's a problem. Like that should never be the main reason why someone's going to a church, you know. Mm-hmm. But also the sexual needs and desires is human, right? Mm-hmm. So like the saints need to be honest. Like I feel like many people aren't honest that they're struggling in that area, so they go to porn and they do other stuff to themselves, like masturbation and whatever, and that's sin right there, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. That's just it's a lot.
It's a lot to unpack.
It's a lot to unpack. But on the other hand, I don't like when when Christians, like, if someone's like, I'm really horny, or like, I wanna get married to have sex, or whatever. Like, people are like, well, go down, or like, relax. Like, we're humans. Like, those desires do come up, especially if you've done it before in the past and you're just waiting until marriage, to have sex. So, LOL.
So, specifically, this post, it sounds like she's relying on the church to help her find a spouse.
Yeah,
which bothers me. Like, I'm not saying they can't help you, but if you're relying on them and not God, because a lot of times God will put relationship in the back of your head to help you focus on what you need to, and then boom, relationship is right there. But if you're solely focused on a relationship and not like really growing with Him, it's gonna be like a race that you'll never catch up to.
Idolizing marriage.
Yeah.
I think we idolize marriage, one, because we equate success with marriage, not necessarily knowing that a lot of the marriages that, in general, and marriages in church, have issues. And so, one, we are unaware that there's issues. So we think that you get married, everything is perfect. But if you go into marriage with issues, you're going to have issues in the marriage.
It won't solve your issues.
Absolutely not.
If you struggle with perversion or lust and you go into marriage with it, it's just going to show up another way. It might not show up like, oh, you doing stuff to yourself or you watching porn. Like, it can show up other ways, And that's the thing with, like, people don't talk about that. Like, how, marriage doesn't solve your issues. It doesn't. Like, there's a reason as to why God created marriage. Like, you get married for a purpose. There's a purpose behind it. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a conversation that needs to be talked about, and I feel like the church doesn't talk about a lot of things. So people go out in the world and find answers, get the answers that they're looking for, get the experiences that they need, because the church isn't being open and they're not being honest enough. And the married folks aren't talking about it either.
Right.
Like, we out here, the singles people out here struggling, trying to figure things out. And then we get like the side eye, like, ooh,
Right.
But honestly, we're just trying to get answers.
Absolutely. And please believe when we say the church, we're not necessarily saying all churches don't talk about this, because I'm aware that there are some churches that are open to it, but the churches that I have been to don't really advocate for single people all of the time. Like, sometimes it'll be on someone's heart and then they'll pray for it. But I've been single for a long time, like an actual long-term relationship for a long time, being abstinent for years, and your reasoning behind me being single now at 33 is I'm doing something wrong. Am I doing something wrong? Or is it just that I just haven't been, I don't know, chosen yet? Like,
Child, I don't know. These men out here, I don't know.
Scary. It's a lot.
LOL.
It's a lot of, I think it's a lot of things going on. Like, okay, I do the online dating thing. I feel like sometimes churches don't, they put a bad stigma on it, but I've met so many pastors who have met spouses online. But as soon as you mention online dating in a lot of spaces, they're like, oh, you shouldn't do that because that's not of God. Or does God want you to meet your spouse that way? How do you know that? Are you acting out of turn? I don't know. I will say for years I would not do it. But until someone, planted to see, like, why not? Like, I have met a lot of nice people online. Very genuine. And I feel like I've impacted those people even though things did not work out. And I've learned lessons, but I've also learned how to communicate better with men. Like, knowing how, because I will say before I didn't know what I wanted. I just know what I didn't want. So you see red flags, and of course you learn from those things. But a lot of women get confused with the difference between someone being a decent human being versus someone actually liking them. So when someone says, "Oh, you look nice today," it does not necessarily mean that they want you.
Yeah.
It just means you're just not used to a man speaking to you well. So the church is, I mean, I don't know. Is it trauma? I haven't really been. I just know that men have always talked to me a certain way, but there are other men who just say, "Oh, you look nice. Oh, let me get the door for you. Oh, this," and I'm just like, and it just catches me off guard. So I don't know if even men in the church doing that for single women, or doing that not just for their wives, but for... So when my sister married her husband, he did not only open the door for her, but he opened the door for me. He took me out with them sometimes. Like, if he bought something for Chanel, sometimes he bought something for me to let me know that I'm valuable too.
Yeah.
So I feel like... And I've been on dates with someone, and eventually he met Caleb, and he taught Caleb... I've told Caleb several times, open the door for me, you know. But it wasn't until a man said that to him, like, you need to always open the door for your mom and for your grandma and for your aunts. And now he does it all the time. So it took for someone else, and for him to learn from another man, that's what he needs to do. So are men talking to other men in the church about what they need to do in order to pursue a woman, or how to speak to women, how to treat a woman? Because they say, don't let this man treat you like this. But are they sitting down and having conversations with men? Are women having conversations with women on how not to act? Because I'm telling you, there's some aggressive women out in churches, okay?
Hold on. Let's have Justin answer that question.
There's a lot of things. Go ahead.
Do you feel like you've been taught?
Me, I think I've been taught.
Okay.
But I can't speak for every man. But I know for majority of men who are older, like who are, I would say, out of high school, there's a certain level of pride that will not allow them to listen for advice and things like that. So a lot of times you get men who are broken but don't know how to open up. You get men who don't know and are just out here doing whatever. There are men who are looking for a wife but they're shy. So there's nothing consistent through the church that I have seen that has helped men actually pursue women. Like, yes, they give out tips and stuff like that, but it ultimately falls onto the guy to take those tips.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen like I mean, yes, like maybe it's been thrown out there here and there, but I don't see.
It's very subtle.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's not.
I'm telling you, it depends on the guy if he receives that tip or not, because then you will see him change.
True. Okay.
Just because you don't see the conversation, you can always see the change.
True.
So
that's the thing. I think conversation, like being subtle, because like I feel like for me, I don't catch everything. Like
me neither.
I'd be like, it goes over my head sometimes. So I don't know if, I'm pretty sure some guys are like that, whereas like things aren't subtle, like things aren't like, you know, like it goes over their heads. Like, so in cases like that, like I feel like nothing is being caught or even understood because it goes over their heads. So that's why I'm wondering if there are any conversations, like legit, like sit down conversations where like we talk about, okay, how to pursue a woman, like what not to do, what to do, like, you know what I mean? So I just feel like that right there isn't really, it's taboo. Like seeing, like having guys come together to talk about it is taboo. Because I remember during the pandemic, like it was a few of us, I don't know if you were there, Justin, with the guys and girls were talking, and we're like we're asking each other questions, and I'm like asking the questions, all different things, because I feel like I don't see that. I don't see where single men and single women are coming together to ask questions, to be real. Like even the other day, a few months ago, we're like, guys, are you guys okay if a girl approach y'all and shoot their shot? And you know, the guys were like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. But I don't see that, and I feel like conversations like that need to be, you know, people need to have those conversations. So
conversations on how to approach women, how to flirt with women, because you can approach women and be just direct, be like, hey, this is what I want. Would you like to try out? Or it's like, boom, I'm flirting with you. Like there's.
I feel like the flirting thing is too much sometimes.
It depends.
It depends.
Sometimes I can't tell when you're flirting. Like I don't have it in me to do it unless we're already together.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna flirt with me, I'm like, boy, if you don't get out of my face, like
yes,
right.
Like
so
unless we're already together, I just don't.
But also. The church. Oh, this is good. We're all over the place, guys, but it's good stuff. Like the church, like when they say wait, right? We're like, I mean, that's not the real meaning of waiting, but like legit, I feel like we're thinking just wait, right? So like, does that make sense? Not like legit, like sitting there, like
Princess
but it's
Fiona
like,
what are you doing in your waiting?
Yes.
Are you going out to places to make yourself available to meet people?
Or you just sitting at home.
Yeah.
Yes. Like,
waiting for him to break in your house.
Yeah.
Like
you can't leave him and I'm like, I don't think people talk like, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Or every time I look cute, like, oh, what you looking cute for? You're married, I'm not. I need to look cute all the time because I need somebody to look at me.
Exactly.
So I'm so honest. It's just honest. I remember Camden had said something. Remember when she was like,
who?
Remember I sent you that thing and she was like, we need to learn how to show men that we value them. So we'll say to women, oh, you look nice, but women not saying to men, oh, you look nice today. Mm-hmm. Oh, I like your shirt. Oh, your haircut. Like we don't show them any appreciation. We don't, show them like they're valuable and worthy as well.
Is it the same girl who made that
send a heart, like put your picture, send a heart?
I tried that.
I was scared.
I tried the heart thing. It did not work. This nigga was like, okay, ma'am, you going like why you on my page going all the way back to Adam and Eve?
But it didn't have results because I'm trying to tell you, I did not send a heart, but I was liking stuff and I put a picture of myself, and all of a sudden I see this man in my stories. So
I didn't do the picture part.
Yeah,
I was like,
you see, not following directions. But
no, but I don't know.
Justin, do you feel as if women show you that you are attractive?
Oh, that's a hard question because I really just be ignoring everyone. It don't. They could be like, "Oh, you look fine." I'm like, I would turn the other way. I would turn the other way.
That is hilarious to me.
That's because for me, like the word love in my family, like in the past, it was so twisted. So any form of like gratification, like anything like that, I would literally run. I would run. Mm-hmm. But through the years, God has definitely broken me down, and just to see how my heart has changed and actually receiving compliments and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, but it's easier to receive now because I understand that they're very genuine. It's true to their heart, so I need to learn how to receive that. Some men don't know how to receive. Some men are looking for compliments, like they're fishing for compliments, which is, I feel like, I don't think that's the way to go because, I don't know, it just makes you look needy.
It's a love language. Some people, it's words of affirmation.
But that's when you're in the relationship.
No, in general, like, I sit next to Roxy. When I did sit next to you in church, she wanted to hold my hand or do whatever.
Your relationship is friendship.
Right.
But I'm talking about men who are just look like fishing for compliments. Like,
I don't know. I guess that's something that women need to practice on as well, because I did not know that some men desire it. Or even with me, I don't desire words of affirmation, but when someone gives it to me, sometimes I feel awkward, and that's probably because I didn't always receive it. Mm-hmm. And so I'm very intentional with telling Caleb, you look handsome. Mm-hmm. Don't you look nice? Oh, you smell good. And so I tell Jay that. I tell my dad that. And I don't think I actually like to say that to men. But sometimes I say, oh, you look nice. Like, trying to say that. And I remember Cannon did say, it's okay to tell a man, oh, you smell good. Oh, you smell yummy. Because no.
Yummy?
Yes, that's what she said.
Hold up. Okay. Whoa.
No, because we would say that to our girlfriends. Like, girl, you know you smell good.
You cannot say that to a man. That's
yummy.
A signal.
No, I would be like, yummy.
But she was like, not in a way. Like, you wouldn't say the same thing to everyone, but knowing how to show affection.
I would not say you smell yummy.
You would say
I
yummy?
would not. To a guy?
Yep.
I would not.
You wouldn't say
Just a regular friend, like you
No,
don't see
they-
it.
I'll be like, Justin, you
Like,
you
I'll
know,
be
no,
like,
but you
are
know
okay?
what?
You okay?
Nah, because that one day I saw you, I was like, Justin, you out here all grown. I was like, you smell
Right.
good.
Right.
You, look
You didn't say
good.
yummy. You was hyping me up. You were hyping me up.
I was hyping you, but I wouldn't say it to you necessarily. Maybe I would have said it to someone else if I have a different type of relationship with them.
Okay, what kind of relationship? Because I could be like, Justin, you.
I don't know.
I
I guess if I was with them, so if I
Right.
told an ex,
Oh,
you smell
okay.
delish, like
It's words.
Okay, even in that, unless y'all like having sex, I wouldn't even.
we're not talking about marriage. We're not talking about marriage.
No,
we're not also talking about premarital nothing.
No, I'm just saying.
Relations.
Because even that, I'm thinking.
I think sometimes we over sexualize things. Is
But
that
yummy though.
I know. I'm over here trying to validate something that is wrong.
It's wrong. Like ew. Like I would never.
Yeah, but you know, just because we're talking about this, so someone made a compliment to me. Oh, go check on it just to make sure like it's good. So somebody made a compliment to me, and at first it made me feel uncomfortable. Maybe because I don't know. But he made a comment about my legs. He's like, I love the way your legs look. He said, big legs, cute toes, and a cute nose, or something like that.
Oh.
And I was like, huh. And I didn't know how to receive what he said because he was basically saying, I'm attracted to you and that you look nice. And other people have said it in other ways. Oh, you have nice legs, but did it really get graphic in there? Are we afraid to get more, to use our words in certain situations?
With just
I'm not even talking about attraction, but like
friends. Like in what context? That's my question.
I don't, in any context.
I would, to a guy, as a friend, I wouldn't say that to Justin.
Okay.
I wouldn't. I would. Okay, so.
I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't say that to Justin. But so for me, words aren't really my thing. I'm very much a touchy-feely person. So it would probably, they could probably get it from.
So what is your love language?
So,
besides
quality time is
touch.
well, quality time. Yeah.
And physical touch,
Yeah.
clearly. Justin?
I think it's just quality time.
That's it, because we all have more than one.
Oh.
Physical touch.
Most
Okay,
men-
okay, no,
most
okay, for his
men-
girlfriend, yes. But for
right.
other people, but for other people,
Yeah, I don't like
it's
the
not
big
physical touch.
Okay.
I don't know,
Yeah,
not even words.
Yeah.
Really?
I really like
Maybe-
quality time.
Yeah, quality time. That's the best.
I
word for
enjoy
him.
quality time, and I want to say acts of service. Like, I like for people to do things for me, but it makes me feel uncomfortable when someone, like, use descriptive words. Sometimes I just be like, okay.
I know when you were talking about, girl, Roxanne, you so beautiful. I'm like,
I try to.
you do try to.
I try to.
Did I get it?
To say things because it's important for you to know, you look nice, because you don't always get it. You don't always get compliments, and so it's necessary. But I do think that each of us dabbles in each love language
For sure,
a little bit.
But the words and the acts of service and
I'd get more
is
of
not-
the other ones with someone who I'm with versus ain't nobody holding nobody's hands over here. Only person I'm cuddling with is Caleb. That's it, and that's all.
I'm very much, to be honest, like in a relationship, I'm very much like physical touch. It's kind of bad.
How's that
No, it's
bad?
not. To have your arm around somebody, to rub their arm and leave it at that.
She ain't talking about that. She ain't talking about that.
We got to stay safe.
No, okay, no. I'm not talking about even.
You talking about rubbing of backs with a shirt on the outside?
Yes,
Not on
I
the
can do that.
inside, with the outside.
I can do that on the outside.
Okay, you had the outside.
On the outside.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying, but we bless God.
Yeah.
We bless God. I mean,
I think we veered off topic a little bit, but I'm glad
okay.
that we had this conversation a little bit. I think that even with this, what are we going to do with, because now that you say the church, we're part of the church.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it like this. I'm not helping you find a husband. You better go to God. But I will help you go to God.
No. No.
Yes.
Okay, let's say I get married, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And my husband has friends who is Roxy's age, and I know that they love the Lord. I'm hooking it up, okay?
Yeah, you would, yeah.
I'm hooking it up. And I would expect for my people to do the same for me. Only because I hate it when you guys say, oh, he's not the one. Oh, why are you dating him? Oh, but are you helping me?
Okay, that's a whole other topic, though. And I be want to talk about the one all the time.
I'm not even talking about the one per se. I'm just saying, like, he ain't it. Like, in general, like, you don't know.
They're just bashing instead of...
Yes, instead of saying, you know what? I know such and such. Like, it's always, of course, not every person's going to be perfect. But instead of someone saying to you, oh, whatever they always have something negative to say. Are you over here helping me in my singleness?
Or even, like, what I don't like, honestly, is not, okay, so, like, even if you don't have a friend, at least pray, like, legit pray.
What are you doing for me? Prayers, like...
like, just at least pray. Not just, like, a one-time thing, but, like, even especially, like, if you're married, like, remember, like, you were once in that place, too, when you're like, Lord, where's my husband? Where's my wife? And someone maybe prayed for you. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Right.
But, like, going back to that place where, like, prayer was the number one thing, right? So I would, even if I don't have a friend, I'll be praying for my friend. Like, Lord, like...
Yes.
And I feel
pray
like that's
with
not
them,
done.
or pray with them, and or allow them to know that you are praying for them.
Yeah.
Because I'm 33.
Don't let everybody pray for you, though.
Yeah.
We talking about friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really good
Just
friends.
saying.
But does guys have these conversations where
Me personally, I have not had a group of guy friends where I can talk about this.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm okay enough to talk about it. But me, I have not had a group of friends. I know people who have had group of friends talk about it. It was nice, but there's so many variables as to why it's not happening. Like, it could be no one has experience, or no one's brave enough to talk about it, or it's just an ego competition. Oh yeah, I got this girl number last week, this and this, but it's just
I'm gonna gather some guys around. Like, that's been my thing. I've always wanted to gather some guys around to talk about this. Like, legit.
What's the issue?
Like,
some people don't want to be open,
and that's the thing. Listen. Don't be acting like you're all holy and safe when you know you a hoe.
Yeah.
That's a part that gets that gets me all the time.
Yeah, we be but you know what? Everyone has their own struggles. There are sexual desires for some people who have that type of struggle. Some people lie. Some people deal with gluttony. Some people deal with idolizing marriage. But it's like, that's their own personal struggle.
It is.
I don't even want.
It is. But I just don't like it when. Just be honest. Like, freedom comes with when you're honest with yourself.
But you know what? If they're honest, is someone going to judge them?
And if someone judges them, that's not on them. Does that make sense?
But they still have feelings. They still have feelings. I just think about me when I had Caleb. I was in a small church. Even now, I have a 7-year-old, and when people see me and they're like, "Oh, your husband," I'm like, "I ain't married. I ain't never been married." So it's like, oh, they automatically think ill towards me, like, oh, yeah, she had a child out of wedlock. Like, and then, okay, we can talk about this now that, because Justin, you have a girlfriend, and she has a child. I commend you for that.
Oh, yes, for sure. I'm proud of him.
I have a child, but I know a lot of people scratch me off. Christian people scratch me off strictly because I have a child. They won't even be like, God didn't want me to raise that. Have a family before having a family, but God had to. He worked with me on it because he was like, Mary had Jesus and Joseph was not his daddy. He had a blended family. And I was like, thank you. Like, he had to remind me of that. And so I am very much aware that there are men who marry women who've had children previous to the marriage. But I feel like majority of people in the church scratch it off because they're like, that is not what God has for me. Mm-hmm. Would you date someone with children, Roxy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like it's a I'm not
responsibility too.
I'm not against children. Like, I love children, but I don't know. Like, if I know, like, hey, like, here's my thing. My thing with this is that I want to be with someone who wants me. Like, I want to know that he will choose me every day, regardless of what it is. So if I know that he will choose me every day, regardless of what I've done, what I say, whatever the case may be, I would do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I want that security first, but I don't want someone who I'm still like, I don't know, you know, I don't know where he's at. Like, I like that. I don't want that. So if I know he will choose me every day, if I know, like, we will go through whatever life throws at us and we will be together, because I do want kids. Like, if I could, I would have had a kid by now. Like, you know, like,
I'm like, Lord, I don't want to use my husband, but I want a baby.
I'm like, Lord, I said the same thing too. Like
Lord, if I had the option, I just don't want to be a single parent again. I just can't do this night again. This thing is hard. But I will say, if you are with someone who has a child, you can really, I think it's easier to see how that person is, like what type of person they are based on how they treat their child. Because I've dated guys, and even though they were good guys, I could see, like, impatience with the child, or I could see how they treat the child's mother. So it's like, you can see truly how a person is based on how they function in parenthood and co-parenting.
But Justin's been doing a good job. I feel like I be seeing. I said, is that Daddy? Say Daddy.
Oh,
I've been doing that a lot.
Listen.
I've been doing a lot. I'm like, Justin's like a dad to him.
But that's good.
But I like kids. Like, I genuinely, I feel like this is rare, but
and they look so cute, like, as a family. I'm like,
Roxy over here just like playing in some head.
He's hilarious. Like, he's very intelligent, so it's not. I don't feel like I have to nurture as much as I thought I would have to, because nurturing for me is very scary. I used to be afraid of infants.
Though. It's in you.
It's coming out of me.
Coming out here, no choice now.
I used to be terrified of infants because they're so fragile. I didn't want to hurt them. Like, I understood the importance of a child. I think because of where I felt neglected in my life, I didn't want to cast my stuff onto a child. I could never.
I'm just so ready for Karen to be like, hey, Daddy. Even though he is very much aware that he has a dad, but he is also aware that he's going to have another one.
Yeah.
And we had to Caleb prays for my husband every night before he goes to bed. He prays for him. But one day he was like, oh, I don't want you to get married, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wait, what? I guess he recognized someone that I was dating, and he just had to, he thought, I don't want you to get married. I was like, wait a minute, pause. Why is it okay for your dad to have a wife?
Yeah.
But it's not okay for your mom to have a husband?
He was discerning something in the spirit. He couldn't communicate it. He discerned something.
Caleb.
He's a prophet.
Yeah.
Caleb So
he is a prophet. So you need to trust. I told you this already. I told you. This
I know the person that I was dating. He was not my husband, and Caleb probably was like, even though he liked him. He liked his kids. Like, he liked him, but he was like, I don't want to get married. So I'm like,
See, the Lord is kind.
Oh, man. Caleb be saying stuff, and I just be like, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
His name.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
His middle name.
I know. I
prophet. Okay,
Really?
he said, "Yes,
Really?
Lord."
Mm-hmm.
At a young age, my God, glory, I feel Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I feel Jesus."
Caleb has said some crazy stuff before, like, "Oh, there's angels in your room." I was like, "Oh, what? What? I'll be scared." I'm like, "Ain't nobody going in my room right now." I be scared. But yeah, Caleb be saying stuff like since he was a baby. I want to say, so his bonus mom, her name is Mama Cece, and I remember Caleb wasn't even speaking English for real yet. She said she had a headache. She said Caleb went to her and prayed. Not even English. It had to be like, and she was like, instantly the headache was gone.
My God.
And I was like,
Ooh,
yeah, like
Jesus.
Caleb be.
He legit.
He is. That's my baby.
I know.
I'm trying to raise up a mighty man of God.
You doing a good job.
I'm trying. Like, yes.
I'm gonna start really working with him. It's just in that Sears realm.
You know what this girl done did at the job?
What
What'd you do at the job?
She was like, so remember we was talking about the kid,
Mm-hmm.
and I had walked over to Roxanne. Roxanne goes, "Who are you in this body?" And I'm like, "I just got the thing going on. Don't call it back up."
I said, "Manifest yourself now in this body." He like,
He started smiling and
I was
laughing.
like,
Oh no.
I have never seen a demon rest on a child so easily.
What?
It's like fused into his blood.
I can't even deal. I can't. Jesus.
You gotta meet him.
Gotta meet him.
Gosh.
All right, the Saints good.
I'm so glad we
Hallelujah.
talked about this. We'll probably have to talk a little bit more on different
And another thing,
things.
no, I'm playing.
Oh, you're not done? I'm not saying.
Shoot, I do want to talk about the one though. You know, I'm very
Well,
passionate about that.
Okay, we'll have a conversation. I think this one, I don't know how long we've been talking. Let's see.
35 minutes.
Yeah.
And
That's
y'all,
good.
follow me on Instagram at _ROXCEE.
Yes.
Woo!
And I'm going to tag both of them in. Go ahead. You can say
I'm okay.
You don't want to?
No.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell y'all. Hold up.
Is it like J
Don't worry
artist?
about it.
or-
No, I will drop it for you. I'll tell y'all in a sec.
And I'll tag him
Nah.
as well.
It is
Ain't nothing on my page.
JARTIS_219.
Okay.
Follow him.
So, yes.
He's an actor.
I don't have no ministry
He has nothing on his page.
Here we go. But thank you, Justin. Thank you, Roxanne.
For sure.
Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.
Well, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease. Good night.